What's up, you guys? Welcome back to LA Show. Today we're going to talk about the assassination of Nipsey Hussle, organized confusion. This was my first video that I put out on Nipsey Hussle, but now that we are introduced to the grand jury transcripts, I wanted to take a look at those since those hold the most facts, and that's all we want to put out on this channel. And I thank you guys so much for supporting me and taking time to listen. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more updates in this situation and facts. So in the beginning, we get introduced to the DA, John McKinney, and another DA named Valerie Anel Rocha. In Volume 1, we also meet the witnesses, and I'll give you a list of them. Alejandro Guerrera, Kerry Lewis Lathan, John Jameson, Thorsten Jabrard Timmermans, witness number 1, Lawrence Wynn, Ryan Sauls, Armando Mendoza, Michael Ramirez, Everardo Amaral, Cedric Washington. So they interview the first responding officer, and that was Alejandro Guerrero. So the first witness to testify was Alejandro Guerrero. He is the first responding officer. He's been on the LAPD for 5 years. I want to let you guys know that I don't think this is him in the picture. I'm not sure. This is just a random picture that I pulled off the internet. So in his testimony, he said that he approached Nipsey first. And he also stated that he spoke with Shermy Villanueva first. And Shermy was wearing a pink shirt. It was an uncontrolled crime scene. And he admits that people were trying to resuscitate Nipsey when he got on the scene. So then we get to witness number 1. And once again, I do not know if this is the accurate picture of her. This is a picture that's been floating around the internet, and I just want to give you guys visuals. So in her testimony, she's saying that she met Eric Holder in February of 2019. Her occupation is a healthcare worker by day, and she had a redacted night job in the volume 1 of the testimony. She had one sexual encounter with Eric Holder. She knew that he carried a gun with him in certain areas and places. On March 31st, they came from Long Beach, California, and she saw a semi-automatic weapon. She stopped to take a picture with Nipsey, and that is something that was brought up in her first testimony. And of course, we already know that she has immunity in this case. So then we are introduced to Herman Douglas, aka Cowboy, who is Nipsey's business partner and friend. Him and Nipsey met back in 2003, which is 16 years ago. And he said on the stand that him and Nipsey had a son and dad relationship. Nip owned all the businesses except for 2. He testified that Nipsey came by the shop monthly, and then he broke it down to 3 to 4 times weekly, and then daily depending on his schedule. He claims that the security was never around Nipsey at the store, only for appearances. So technically he was always by himself. Didn't expect Nipsey to be there. He just pulled up around lunchtime because he just ordered some food, and that's how he remembered that Nipsey pulled up around 1 p.m. And he's not too sure about that time. In the video evidence that they showed, it showed them greeting Rimpa and Cowboy. So Nipsey gets out of his car and greets Rimpa, and Cowboy comes out of the store. Nipsey was there around 10 to 15 minutes. So then he explains that they knew Shitty Cuz or Eric Holder before death, and he was a person that hung around the neighborhood. Herman Douglas, aka Cowboy, explained to the grand jury that he is an ex-gang member, that Nipsey is a 60, and Shitty is a 60, but he is not a 60. Shitty pulled up in a white car, and that is what he testified. It entered off of Slauson near the barbershop. Holder had on no shirt, jean shorts, and he wasn't sure if those were jean shorts. Cowboy was with Nipsey around 30 to 40 minutes before Shitty arrived. Unsure about if Shitty went to Master Burger first or approached Nipsey, Cowboy, and Rimpa. So he was unsure if this man got out of the car first and came and approached them, or if he went directly into the Master Burger first. The paperwork or the snitching comments was started up by Nipsey, and there were no details on the paperwork itself. He claimed that there was no argument. He describes witness number 1, or the driver of the car, as a dark-skinned female. There is a group picture with a woman named Ingrid who brought Cowboy food. Nipsey, Rimpa, Cowboy. So they're all pictured in a group picture before the death. The driver didn't take a pic with Nipsey. He doesn't remember seeing the driver take a picture with Nipsey. So that contradicts the witness statements and the video. Walked into the marathon, walked around the corner, and when he got to the break room, he sat down with his salad, heard a few gunshots. When he got to the front door, Nipsey was on the ground. He explained that he tried to help Nipsey, and he only saw Nipsey was injured under his left armpit. He also saw a bullet hole in his stomach. Black Sam came to help within a few minutes, and that is what Herman Douglas is testifying. Police came first. So he's saying that the police showed up first, and then he's saying that Black Sam showed up. He also explained that no cameras work outside of the marathon. It was only a live feed. The last witness for Volume 1 of the Grand Jury Transcripts is Kerry Lathan, who had no affiliation to Nipsey, and he was recently released from prison. So in his testimony, he said that he didn't know that Nipsey was a 60s Crip. He was at the store for a t-shirt, and he also explained to the DA and the grand jury that he lied about being in the store because he was a felon. So the DA brought up exculpatory evidence pursuant to People v. Johnson, which is a case that they are referring to for witnesses who perjure. So he admitted to perjuring his testimony, and that was because he lied about being inside of the store. He said that Black Sam got to the scene to help Nipsey first, which is contradicting the other testimony from Cowboy. Face to face with Nipsey at 1 o'clock, which is how he described facing Nipsey at 1 o'clock. He said that he turned right and grabbed for Nipsey during the shooting. He also said he was the first one hit by the bullets, and he explained that he saw a revolver as a weapon used by Eric Holder. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. I really do appreciate you guys for listening to Volume 1 of the notes that I've taken on the grand jury transcripts. Volume 2 is coming at you soon, so be on the lookout. Please follow me on all of my social media platforms for a update in this case and others. I also do black media and black business and talent promotions. So if you're a business and looking to get more exposure, please get in contact with me. And also, you can support this page by Cash Apping LA Show 1. I really do appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back soon.